right, we are on the way to Oakland Cemetery, and I have the owner of How You Brewin' Cafe in Tuckahoe, Leo, joining us today. Leo, what's going on, brother?
What's up, man? What's going on?
Next week we do our filming for spooky season, but you were interested in coming along today, so just wanted to know, this is the first time doing something in the paranormal field?
Yep, first time.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, no, we're in for a good little tour, and in August we're filming this. It's perfect weather, so we'll see you guys when we get to Oakland and film this nice little documentary about the first cemetery on the miniseries, which is Oakland Cemetery. It's got a lot of history, and we'll see you guys there. Leo, thanks for driving along, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
Oakland Cemetery is an historic burial ground located along Sawmill River Road in Yonkers, New York. Its origins trace back to December 1866, when the Yonkers Cemetery Association was established to create a new burial site for the growing population of the city. The area already had St. John's Cemetery nearby, and the earliest records show that the land was originally referred to as St. John's Burial Grounds. The cemetery officially opened to the public in 1867, with the first recorded burial taking place on September 2nd of that year. In 1882, after facing some financial and organizational challenges, the association reorganized and adopted the name Oakland Cemetery, which it still holds to this day.
We are here at Oakland Cemetery in Yonkers, New York, right off the Sawmill River Road, to give you an historical look at one of the cemeteries in New York that has a lot of history, dating back to Revolutionary times and then burying Civil War soldiers. Oakland Cemetery is a very historical cemetery in Yonkers, New York. And of course, not only is it historical, it does have a paranormal lore to it, which is why we selected this for spooky season and episode number 1. So we're here to give you a historical look and views of the cemetery, and also see if we can catch one of the 3 white ladies that's said to protect Oakland Cemetery.
Spread across roughly 50 acres, Oakland Cemetery features variety of terrain, including a distinct hill that rises over the lower western sections. In the late 19th century, a receiving vault was constructed into the hillside at a cost about $8,000, a significant sum at that time. The cemetery's layout combines natural landscapes with carefully arranged burial plots, dotted with old trees, winding paths, and weathered headstones that reflect nearly 160 years of local history. Oakland quickly became a prominent non-sectarian cemetery in Yonkers. It is the final resting place of numerous notable figures, including local leaders, Civil War veterans, and other important residents who helped shape the community's identity.
It's like
Looks like it would be like
a cradle, right?
cradle or crypt, and it's in the ground pretty hard. I'm not seeing any, I wonder if that was like a little protective crypt type of thing. Look how ornate.
One of the most tragic modern events associated with the Oakland Cemetery occurred on October 29, 1993, when Nicholas C. Wascasco, the youngest mayor in Yonkers history, took his own life beneath a tree in the cemetery. At a spot overlooking his father's grave, his death shocked the city and left a lasting imprint on the cemetery's story. Beyond its historical significance, Oakland Cemetery has developed a strange reputation for paranormal activity. Local legends speak of 3 ghostly women dressed in white who were said to appear on the hill, often at night, and make their way towards the cemetery center. Witnesses claim these apparitions are not passive. They are said to chase away trespassers or vandals, vanishing as suddenly as they appear. In 2006, a paranormal investigator, Jason Medina, visited Oakland Cemetery and reportedly captured photographs of 3 distinct apparitions during an investigation. He returned later that year accompanied by his nephew, Chris, and claims to have photographed a misty human-shaped figure at the base of the hill where the women in white are said to appear. These images have circulated among local paranormal groups and have fueled Oakland's reputation as Westchester County's most haunted cemetery.
All right, so we have a spirit box here at Oakland Cemetery, and I'm joined by Leo, owner of How You Brewing.
What's up, guys?
What's Brewing Cafe. Leo is first time doing anything with this paranormal stuff as far as using equipment. Joined us today, shooting an episode with him next week. That's going to air in the fall for spooky season. This is a spirit box. Essentially, if you ask spirits questions, it uses the radio frequency from scanning at a high rate, and answers will come up. So I'll have Leo, you want to come in closer, Bobby? I'll have Leo ask questions. It's a little windy, but I don't want to mic this up so that you can hear the spirit box. Ask some questions, and we'll try to get the words that come out and piece them together. Take it away.
All right. Is anyone?
Let's raise the volume a little bit.
Is anyone currently here with us at the cemetery?
Let's say here. Did you hear that?
I thought I saw here.
I thought I heard here.
I thought I heard it.
I
too.
thought I heard
Yeah.
here.
I'll ask again. Is anyone currently here with us in this cemetery?
One. You heard that?
Yeah.
One. One again. You heard that?
I did.
One. Yeah, we keep getting one.
Yeah.
So there's one here.
Visitors to Oakland Cemetery have also reported unexplained cold spots, the sound of faint voices when no one is present, and the sensation of being watched from the wooded sections of the grounds. Some describe catching movement in their peripheral vision, only to find nothing when they turn around. Others have reported hearing the crunch of footsteps trailing behind them on the gravel paths, only to discover that they are alone.
So we have an EMF meter here. Now, this thing should not be going off in a cemetery where there's no type of power, there's no electricity. If you were to put this in front of a microwave and turn it on, it'll jump up. But we are in the middle of a cemetery, and the only thing around us, hundreds of feet away, are houses, industrial warehouses across the Sawmill River Road, and then, of course, this way and beyond, it's just tombstones. So I'm going to have Leo now. It's his first time using an EMF meter. Hold that. We just got somewhat of a good response on the spirit box where all three of us, Bobby, Leo, and myself, thought we heard here, and one, on a couple of occasions, the word one came out over the spirit box. Let's say here. So we're gonna just run the EMF meter and see if we get any jumps. Take a walk around here, see if we pick up anything. Bobby, you tail Leo, see if you can get anything on the camera, and he will walk around with the EMF meter. So
We all have those
you
experiences.
you live
In the red house.
close to the cemetery here. So, and as you see, walking your dog here. So,
One of many who
What-
passed over the years, yeah.
so my question to you is, being that you live in close proximity to here, one of the reports of Oakland Cemetery is that there's not one,
This is St. John's.
but St. John's burial ground, and then Oakland Cemetery opened up, and then it's like all conjoined. That's from what we read and what we gathered, because the town of Yonkers wanted to open up a cemetery to bury more people after the Revolutionary War and Civil War soldiers were buried here.
Well, they filled in between the hills.
Right.
And there has been some, maybe one or two recent ones over the years, but that's it. There was never, I mean, Yonkers is City of Hills. There was never any burials over here at all. But there's some really old ones in here. It's interesting. It's very interesting.
Right.
What's, who's being buried in
Historically.
here. Historically.
Now,
yeah.
my question to you is, the reports of this lady in white and weird things happening here, we don't like to believe it automatically. We like to just get the stories and then maybe try to debunk it. But have you ever witnessed any type of something strange, supernatural here? You were mentioning before that you know what you feel.
Well, it's a feeling.
Mhm.
You feel something. I don't deny it. I feel that on the Yonkers Pier. Because I was brought up as a kid here, fishing off the pier, taking the Alpine ferry across. I mean, when I was little. I'm from Yonkers. I was actually born up the hill,
Right.
but I was raised on the riverside. No wonder I don't glow in the dark, swimming in that Hudson back then.
So you have a lot of history here and you just get feelings,
Yeah.
You had mentioned the lady in gray as well.
White.
Oh, white.
Lady in
We had
white, yeah.
3 ladies in white.
They moved her husband, and she was looking for him. And I can't say that I have ever seen, but I can feel a presence. And I understand.
So when I was reading about the place, a lot of people can't figure out why there's a lady in white or why there's a lady in gray, as you say. You're saying that they moved her husband, so he was exhumed?
She was looking for him. That's what I read. Every once in a while there will be something in the paper about cemeteries, and I mean, I never really looked into it. I didn't have to, because this is part of my life here.
Wow.
This is this is Aunt Barbara's backyard. This is what all the kids, my
Right.
kids. Yeah.
I mean, it does have a very beautiful take to it. Every cemetery that we go to that's historical has a very beautiful, ominous feel to it.
I actually have a family plot in Sleepy Hollow because my family, I could be buried there. My husband can't because I was a Ferguson.
Mm.
That's when I was born. But yeah, I'm going to be just dusted out. Probably here or in the Hudson
The
somewhere.
pier, maybe.
Huh?
The pier.
Yeah, because I've spent a lot of my life here.
Yeah.
I'm going toward that myself one day.
Yeah,
We've done Sleepy Hollow a few times. We're actually going to do a historical episode about it, just historics and some of the tales there. But we've been there a couple of times. It's a very beautiful cemetery, and especially William Rockefeller's got a huge mausoleum there, and he's right around the corner from the Bronze Lady statue.
Bronze Lady,
Yeah,
No, nothing.
Barbara, thank you so much for taking the
Hey,
time.
that's
I
okay.
appreciate it.
That's all right.
So as you just heard, there are reports here of not one, not two, but 3 ladies in white. And no one could really seem to understand why, because they're not correlated with anything with Oakland Cemetery. Not the history, not nothing. So what I came up with is possibly from the Revolutionary War soldiers, the Civil War soldiers, and even World War soldiers that are buried here. They are probably some type of family member, wives, sisters, or even potentially daughters of fallen soldiers that are buried here. And there are a lot of reports of vandalism, people coming in at nighttime doing things they're not supposed to do. Potentially, they are overprotective of their loved ones that are resting here and are protecting the property, the cemetery, from the vandals. And like I said, there has been tons of reports of ladies in whites. Leo mentioned that there are reports of even hellhounds here, all of which can be used to scare people that have nefarious thoughts when they come in here, to get them out of the cemetery, to have respect for the loved ones and the soldiers that are buried here at Oakland Cemetery.
Oakland Cemetery stands as a place where history and legend intertwine. It holds generations of Yonkers past, from its original days as St. John's burial grounds to its present as Oakland Cemetery. For some, it is a peaceful, historic memorial park. For others, it is a location where the veil between the living and the dead seem to thin, as a place where history not only rests in stone, but perhaps still walk among the graves.
So we just concluded our walkthrough of Oakland Cemetery, and according to lifelong resident, this is strictly St. John's burial ground, contrary to what online says. And we found out that Major Andre's family apparently is buried here, which goes back to some of our Sleepy Hollow content. There are members from the Titanic that were buried here at Oakland Cemetery, St. John's burial ground. And the one thing that we can conclude is outside of the cemetery perimeters, we have the modern and the mundane, industrial plants, buildings, and busy roads. But still, in the midst of this cemetery, the history and the eerie beauty of Oakland Cemetery.
Yes.
And this has been episode 1 of Cemeteries of New York by the SWAB Podcast.
Go ahead.